Hello guys! Welcome back to another character review for the Bless Unleashed characters. This time we are going over, finally, the Mage. So, this is the last character that I have to go over, and so far, I don't know how I feel about her. I'm gonna start this quest up so we can kind of start getting through it here. But, as always, we're going through the Geistwarden quest to, really kind of show off both battles and then everything else. But so she, and I say she because, my character is a female. I don't know why I do it like that, but I do. I like the bee, due to the fact that it makes you do a bunch of crits, and your crits do tons of damage and stuff like that. There's a lot of damage potential, but very much a glass jaw kind of character. Generally, like 1 or 2 hits and you're doing pretty bad. As you see, I'm already about half health and I've only been hit maybe twice. The combos are a little interesting, a lot different than your normal character combos. A lot of the combos go through RB, and a lot of them kind of go into B right off the bat. The first combo that this one, that the Mage had, was the Forceful Bolts, and then into Furious Bolts, which was a little interesting. I thought it was, I don't know, I guess different is the proper way to go about saying it, but it threw me off. I picked it up pretty easily and was able to figure it out. The attack, or the ability that you start out with, is the ice thing that you keep seeing me throw down, and it's actually pretty good. I'm pleasantly pleased with it. The left trigger, you refill your mana a little bit so that you can get some mana back. And then the extra ability that you can get for 2 skill points for the Valor, which again, as with every review, I am all the way done with the Valor stuff, is you teleport backwards, which is, at first I didn't know how I felt about it, but now I kind of like it, just for that sole fact that, like, you're kind of up against the wall here, or, well, I guess not up against the wall, but you're kind of being surrounded and you need to get away. You can teleport backwards. It's a little slow of a teleport, so I don't know how it would fare in a, like, non-tank related situation. I don't use it that much. Quite agile. A couple of yeah, all right, King. That's how you don't word. Can we word properly this time? I don't think I'm gonna be able to word. Couple of knockbacks. But overall, very, like, kind of just sits back and does a lot of damage from afar. The damage is not too horrible. I kind of wish that my damage was a little bit more substantial in regards to distance. That has very little distance. I probably should have made it so I can crit with that. I would have liked to see a little bit more distance related skills. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ooh, I dodged it. But I mean, already down 3,000 health, and just like that. So definitely a lot of DPS. Above all the characters that I've played thus far. I mean, I've played them all by now, but thanks to the extra crits and the amount of damage that you can pull out because of the crits and everything. Ooh, I barely dodged that. Definitely very, very DPS oriented. Ow, God, that hurt. Gonna be a little tough in the instances the character, like I said, very weak, very low defense. I guess you can essentially try to build your mage in two different ways with your equipment. You can try to make a glass jaw mage, or you can try to make a kind of a more of a tank mage. I'm building more of a glass jaw just because I want to do the damage that I need to do right off the bat. I feel like after the instances when you're in dungeons and stuff like that, you're gonna want a glass jaw, high damage mage anyway to clear out the ads. That's the okay. That's how you get hit in the face. That's the first person. Yeah, I'm using persons to heals, guys. First. Okay, King, what are you doing? Are you having an aneurysm here? First potion I've had to use this entire battle, and we're already almost done with the battle here. Ooh. I did use my elixir of wellness as I usually do, even though one of them I forgot to use it until like halfway through. I think it was last episode, the Crusader. But yeah, I mean, so as you can see, not overall too crazy bad. I also didn't get ads that time, which was nice. But she's probably, if I would have to say, anywhere from easy to medium difficulty to use. I would probably go more in the medium difficulty range, just because, you know, you have that whole glass jaw ordeal. And what's crazy is, like, the RNG sometimes is a little insane. My blessings are there, but I got really bad equipment this time. Like, every other time I've been through this, I had a gear score much higher. I think my lowest before this was the priest at 119. But I still had a lot better equipment. This time, I didn't get up into the 100 gear score until after I did the turtles. Back right around here. This soul pirate right here, I did right here. And ended up getting the decent gear score to be able to go and do this. But it was still, like, really RNG. You know, the ranger, I was able to have a lower gear score to be able to manage what I needed to manage so that I could get through what I needed to get through. The priest a little bit struggled a bit, but was able to. The mage was a little bit more difficult, but I still managed. If I had to say anything, Bless Unleashed seems to have really focused heavy on their range class, like the mage, the priest, and the ranger, versus their melee classes. And so I would like to see a rework of the Berserker to be, you know, maybe more CC and knockback. The Crusader have a little bit more defense. The Ranger have a little bit more DPS, a little less crowd control. The Priest have more heals, and maybe if they're going to have Ranger be more crowd control for the range, have the Mage be a little bit more on the DPS side of things. Even though she is the fastest that I was able to clear the Geistwarden, when in a group she is, or when fighting groups of enemies, she is a little bit more on the weaker side. So let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Ring that bell if you want to see other things that I do, and I will see all of you guys next time. Bye, guys!